Good morning. Today is July 8th, 47th day on trail. Second day in the Shenandoahs. So ended up doing 24 miles yesterday, 4 miles unofficial blue blazes to the views. I've decided I'm done doing these blue blazes. Especially if they're greater than half a mile off trail. But the blue blazes yesterday were a mile each, which is just ridiculous. Adding 2 miles to your day just for a view. It may or may not be worth it. I'm just done doing it. Unless someone's jumping up and down screaming that it's worth the side trip. Just leaving at 6:30 in the morning, 6:35. Just got on trail, leaving Blackrock hut where I stayed last night. Several other people. She's the one, 40, are the two names I remember. Professor and Socks stayed there as well, section hikers. Yeah. Today's goal, I'm not quite sure. First goal is there's an eatery about 7.5 miles down track. So I'll stop there for brunch. See what they have. Sounds like all the hot food options are closed due to COVID. But they've got excuse me. They've got deli style stuff, sodas. So that's the first stop for the day. And then I think High Top Mountain or High Top Hut is like 21 miles. And then there's High Top Mountain, which lists a couple campsites, just a little over 22 miles. So that may be an option. And I'll look from there. A quick glance this morning, like 33 miles was my next option. I don't know if I'm ready to do that one or not. So, Jesus. First part of the day is up a hill. Go figure. So, yeah, I think at least High Top Hut is what I'm looking at. So the mountain, may go up to the mountain, it's just another mile. I would like to go further, but I don't know if I'm feeling 33 or not. So we'll see if there's any options in between the High Top and that next one I saw. So that's all I've got this morning. I will see you guys down trail. Thanks for watching. Black Mountain summit. More awesome rocks. Look at that. That is awesome. Maybe I should have come up here last night. Well, the other guy said if there was no other shelter, he was going to come camp up here, but interestingly enough, he was a hammock camper. So he would have not had many places, I guess, unless he wanted to go over the edge there or just right into the woods here. Spur trail, yeah, those are just trails. Okay, down trail. yeah, that was a pretty awesome view. I didn't see any real places to camp though. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't look that far ahead. Not that it was that far ahead, but yeah. Better off just stay in the shelter. Heading down trail. Currently walking around the basically the perimeter of Loft Mountain Campground to get to their store. I guess it's not an eatery, it's more of a camping store. The comments say that it's more based towards car camping, but it's like a convenience type store with ice cream and soda and stuff to eat. So it appears a lot of these eateries through the Shenandoahs, the hot food sections are still closed due to COVID, but they've all got convenience store, deli type sandwiches, I guess. So we'll see when we get there. We're less than half a mile, according to Gut Hooks. We've got to pass some power lines and then we'll be almost there. We'll see you down trail. So it's now 10:30, about 10:30. Just leaving the little camp store where I decided to stop and have lunch. Spent way too much, $25. I mean, everything in there was overpriced. They had me like a mega ham and cheese sandwich, an Italian sub. The Italian sub was obviously small. It was a packaged sandwich. 2 hard-boiled eggs, 2 Dr. Peppers, and 2 Propel waters. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted by a couple of people trying to figure out where they're hiking to. When I was going up or down, I don't know. But okay, yeah. So basically, I ate way too much. I think I left off on 2 Dr. Peppers and 2 Propel waters. Got a thing of combos I'll eat on the trail and a couple of big pepperoni sticks. So yeah, like I said, way too much money, way too much time. So that was an hour. I don't know if I had any desires to do a 30-mile day. That might have beaten it up right there, or just made it an even longer day. We'll see how things go. I'm absolutely stuffed, so I don't know if I'll move as efficiently down trail. But again, still weak signal. My pictures from yesterday are still trying to upload. I guess that's what I get for trying to upload like 65 pictures in one post. So eventually I'll get those uploaded. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little update. So I'll see you guys down trail as anything of interest pops up out. Just another example of incline here at the Shenandoah. Again, I'm not sure. People have been talking, oh yeah, 30-mile days are easy in the Shenandoahs. No problem. Someone at the shelter last night was like, well, yeah, it's because there's no 4-mile climbs. Well, you know, half-mile, 4-mile, it doesn't matter. If you're changing the same elevation over the course of the day, if it's all lumped together, or mostly lumped together in a 4-mile uphill, or if it's split up into 8 half-mile uphills, you're still busting your ass to get up these hills. So, yeah, I think people are delusional about the Shenandoahs, at least from what I've seen so far. I mean, a lot of it is easy. I did hike pretty much at a 3-mile-an-hour pace earlier this morning, but these hills are still hills. 6,000 elevation, 6,000 foot plus change in elevation is still 6,000 foot change in elevation. Again, whether it's over a couple 4 miles or over a bunch of smaller ones over 8 miles, etc. So I just wanted to share the reality instead of the delusional crap, in my opinion, of course, that I've been hearing about the Shenandoahs. At least that's my opinion at the moment. Leaving the Loft Mountain camping area, store, etc. So we'll see you down trail. So I guess the secret is undocumented views here in the Shenandoahs. So maybe there's no point in taking those 1 mile long blue blazes when you got sites like this. Just right off the trail. And it's got a rocky entrance. Just can't beat views like that. Well, I believe I was just the recipient of some trail magic by two locals, or they're out staying in a condo, touring on a motorcycle, older couple. Their daughter hikes out west. So ran into them at one of the overlooks, had a little conversation, and then heading down trail a little ways, they were standing on the side of the trail waiting for me. And since they're just right up the hill from where they're staying, they offered me a couple of protein bars. So I took them and had a little more conversation. So I didn't really need them, but it's always absolutely nice to receive trail magic. So yeah, just thought I'd share that. Heading down trail. We'll see you later. It just dawned on me. Someone at the shelter last night made a comparison of hiking through the Shenandoahs. It's kind of like hiking through their backyard. Now, I don't know where they live, but my backyard sure didn't look like this. I guess in Guam, I was fairly close to a backyard that looked similar to this. But I guess in a sense she's right, because she was talking about the fact that there are no quote-unquote views all complete forest. You can't see through it. Again, that may just be the time of year we're out here. And that was after her day one in Shenandoah, as my day one as well. However, she did not take any of the, well, I say any, she didn't take either of the 2 blue blazes I took yesterday that actually went out to views. So, in one sense, I agree with her. It's up to this point, it's almost quite boring. The feel is different. I haven't put my finger quite on the overall feel of this section of the trail, but there are some views. They're fewer and far in between, but we are also only on day 2 of what I suspect will either be 4 or 5 days. I'm going through the Shenandoahs. 5 days if I'm just doing 20s or around 20s. I would like to get to Harper's Ferry. My plan was to be there by Saturday. If I do 20s, that'll work, but that'll be, that would be still a full day Saturday. So I think what I'm going to try to do is push a little harder to try to get there at least by Saturday morning, maybe late Friday night. Camp just right outside if I can find somewhere to camp closer. Or, I mean, if there's hotels, they're open 24/7, right? So I just, right now my issue, without looking too detailed, is most of the campsite shelters seem to be literally like 20 miles apart. So it's almost like it's designed to do 20-mile-an-hour day or 20-mile days and take you 5 days to get through. There are some campsites. Like I said, today, I think if I do just like, it's almost 22, 21 and a half, something like that. I'll be on top of a mountain, but that's not an official campsite. It's just, there's comments saying there's a couple tent sites. So we'll see how the day goes, but I may just go by the skin of my pants and see if there's other comments about undocumented tent sites. It doesn't look like, oh well, I may or may not. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get my hammock set up out to Harper's Ferry, but I may still look. If I get there in time, I may look and see what they sell there. There was a guy that had an interesting one at the shelter last night. It had a like a auxiliary hammock underneath it for your gear, which has always been my concern with using a hammock out here, is where do I put my gear. One guy I ran into was just hanging it off his ridgeline, and then the guy last night actually had like basically a baby hammock that went under him to hold his pack and whatnot. So we'll see. I would really like to do hammock on the second half. However, on the same note, if it's going to be much heavier than my tent, is it worth it? Much more convenient to be able to find a place to hang a hammock where you've got more options, I guess, because you can, as long as there's 2 trees, it doesn't matter if it's a campsite or not. As long as 2 trees to hang your hammock and a tree to hang your food, you can pretty much sleep anywhere. Well, a tent, you can almost sleep anywhere, but the sleeping gets very uncomfortable based off where you set your tent up. It's uneven, rocky, etc. And it takes a bigger footprint. So we'll see. Just some random thoughts that went on way too long right there. So we'll see you down trail as views come up. Out. And just as I put my phone away, I ran a turn and we've got another view. So I can't really say that's fog. I mean, it's like 10:30. So based off of this, I'm pretty sure we're going to get wet at some point today. Or maybe the wind will just blow through. We'll see. Since I'm usually a negative thinker, I'll go with the fact that we're gonna get wet on or get rained on. That way when it happens, I can't be upset because I said it was coming. Okay, heading down track. We've been traveling next to Ivy Creek for a little while, so this is the actual crossing. I'm just gonna quick record. There's another hiker in front of me here real quick, or just a very short distance. Yeah. Not much of a creek to have to cross. At least it's flowing. If I didn't just have 64 ounces of fluid at that little store, I would definitely be hydrating here. But, oh well. Hopefully I don't regret it, but I don't think I could possibly put anything else in my stomach right now. We've got a hawk that came to visit us again. See if I can, hopefully he's gonna hang out for a while. Maybe not. Maybe he just wanted us to see him. This literally standing right in the path. I come up here, look at him. And I was like, he's not afraid of humans at all. I don't know. But he just keeps looking at me. I don't know. It's just insane. I mean, how close? He keeps glancing up. I mean, he's like looking right at me. I don't know how close I'm able to get to him. He's looking awfully skinny. Trying to walk up to him, trying to keep my eyes on the camera, so hopefully I don't trip and startle him. But literally, I'm like 20, 30 feet away from this guy. And then, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I had to zoom out. I'm so close to this guy. So there's normal. I'm like right there. Wow, that's just that was the one of the most incredible encounters I've had with a deer so far, specifically relating to them not running off. He didn't seem to mind me two bits. I mean, literally he went like 3 feet off the trail, just kept eating, kept looking up at me. So I'm sure he would have run off if I would have made any sudden moves towards him, but that was a cool experience. Again, now, if I can just get a freaking bear to do half that, heck, I will be happy if I can get a bear just to sit there long enough to get a picture of it. Okay, we'll see you down track. So, here's a view. We're in a parking area. I'm gonna just make a long stop. I think the AT continues over there. And yeah, just an awesome view. Again, there are definitely some rainstorms up there, or rain clouds. So, and there's actually a nice breeze started. It's cooler. It may just be for the moment, but I have a feeling it's being driven by a inbound storm. So, yeah, just wanted to capture the view. We will see you down trail. I just love all these, I don't know, dead, I guess. Is that the word? Oh, they're dead. Yeah, I guess they're dead. But end of life dead, have no leaves, whatever you want to call them. They're everywhere up here. I think I'm on towards the top of some mountain, but it's just an awesome sight to me. Look at that. That is just so cool. It's almost, I don't know, at some point maybe there was a fire up here, and they died but didn't fall down. Yeah, I mean, there's a scorched tree. I can't see the trunks of most of the trees there. That's most likely. Yeah, there's another one. Yep. So at some point there was a fire up here, killed all these trees, but they didn't burn all the way down. And it just looks awesome to me. So we're going down to, just turned off the AT. We're gonna go down to Pinefield Hut. It says it's 165 yards. Hopefully, it says there's a spring. Hopefully it's not coming down here, because that looks pretty dry. Not much running through there. But oh well, we'll go down here, sign the logbook. Hopefully there's a logbook. And hydrate. We are 13.57 miles for the day, and if I'm not mistaken, this may be, no, I think I passed one other spring, or a sign for a spring I didn't turn off, since it was fairly close to where I just drank 64 ounces of fluid at the store. Yeah, hopefully there's a spring down here, because this, yeah, there's a couple of muddy puddles. Yeah, I hear water. There we go. That's flowing. I always have to question drinking out of rusty pipes, but I guess I can get water. There we go. I'll get it up there before it hits that pipe. Pinefield. Of course, bears are active. Blah, blah, blah. Potomac. So far, Potomac's been doing a pretty good job from what I've seen. Oops. That's not. My other water bottle opened up there somehow. So another double decker, just like the last one I stayed in. There's the logbook. Looks like it's got spots for pictures of the workers, but there's nothing there. Okay, so I'm gonna go get water, hydrate, sign the book, and then be off. There's the fire pit. So fires are only authorized in fire pits here. Looks like, and as usual, there's a privy up there. A couple campsites. There's the bear box. I don't know if this one has any bear poles. Last one had a bear box and 2 bear poles. There's the, that would be for the tools for the volunteers. Oh, yep. There's a bear pole. I don't know if the bear poles are meant more for day hikers or what. I used the bear pole last night instead of the bear box, and no issues. So, but yeah, okay. So just another awesome little shelter. We'll see you guys down trail. So it's Wednesday, July 8th, 13:27, and we just hit the 900-mile marker in the Shenandoah. We're in the Shenandoah Parks, or Shenandoah National Park. So July 8th, 13:27, 900 miles into the adventure. Started 23 May, probably around the same time. It was around lunchtime when we started, 23 May, heading up the approach trail. So, pushing the miles. We'll see you guys down track. I think one of the things about the Shenandoahs is I don't think they believe in switchbacks. I don't think I've had or seen a single switchback since I've been in the park. Yeah, that's why some of these climbs feel so bad, just because they're straight up. Okay, looks like I'm wrong. I just had a switchback, but yeah, this one's a little less on the elevation for the actual grade, and it's still a doozy total. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I can't see the top. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make that correction, since as soon as I said I hadn't seen one, they throw one right in front of me. Okay, we'll see you down trail. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what the heck these people are thinking. This is the same climb where I got the one switchback, but these things are freaking ridiculous. The incline has cooled down quite a bit. I think we're here we go again. I think we're near the top. I'm starting to see some sky above or past the trees over there. It's still so thick. Of course, it could just be a joke. I could just be going up the side of the peak just to make a turn and have another peak, but we've seen that 100,000 times. But yeah, just thought the forest looked a bit different. Just so thick. Yeah, anyways, just wanted to capture it. There's a poor tree that got split in half. Okay, I'm going to keep pushing. I guess these are the types of surprises I get when I don't look at elevation and gut hooks. But yeah, it's all in a normal day on the AT. We'll see you guys later. Another lookout, which I didn't see documented anywhere. It's awesome. Here we are again. I want someone to explain why they think the Shenandoahs are so easy. It's 30-mile days, no problem. Come on. Now, I might push and get 30 miles today, but this is like the third hill in the last hour and a half that I've had to climb with an incline like this. This is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to share. Just like, excuse me, may flatten out a little up here, but these grades are, I don't know, ridiculous. I'll just leave it at that. Absolutely fucking crazy. I don't know why I keep taking pictures of all these signs. Most of them I don't post, and most of them don't mean anything, at least to me. Yeah, I don't know. 3 cars in this parking lot. It's kind of odd to be crossing all these roads. I mean, obviously it's not uncommon to pass roads on the AT, but here in the Shenandoahs, it's like literally every couple miles you're crossing a road. Okay. I don't know, we got some kind of barriers of sort on this one. I guess it's just a different, used to be a road, or there still is looks like a fire road goes through here. Just making sure people don't use it anymore, I guess. All right, we'll see you down trail. Hello. How you doing? Okay, as usual, that ended rather abruptly since somebody was at the shelter. I hate recording and running into people. Because I'm not gonna ask the permission to use their pictures or their fucking have them in my videos, but whatever. So yeah, that was High Top Shelter. That was the original plan of where I was gonna stay tonight, but it's too early. I just can't justify stopping this early. So we've done just over 22 miles. So we're gonna go ahead and push forward and try to go another 13 miles to the next shelter. See how that goes. There is a campground between here and there, but it's only like a mile before the next shelter. So if I make it to the campground, there's no reason to not push forward to the shelter. So that is the goal. I'm gonna say 6 hours, and I have no idea what time it is. 16. So it's 1600, 4 p.m. So it's gonna be a long day. So that will be basically High Top Summit North. So another half mile uphill, so this is gonna be short. We'll say 6 hours for 13. I think it'll be much quicker than that. As long as I'm not going up these hills. I'm getting a little over 3 miles an hour. Significantly slowing down for these hills. But we'll see. I did break my light out and have it charging in my FUPA, so it'll be ready if I need it. But we'll see you down trail out the summit of High Top Mountain. Come out for the overlook. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Trail maintainers have definitely been out, if not today, within the last day or two. All the side weeds on the trail are thrown all over the place, so they've been through here with weed eaters. Weed eaters or hedge trimmer type stuff. Last group I saw was using weed eaters, so that's my assumption. What most of them use. It's a pretty neat portion of the forest. There's all kinds of rocks and boulders in this area. It sounds like there may be a maintainer down here still whacking away. Yeah. Oh, they're doing the old fashioned sickle. Oh, that's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. No power tools. Well, we're definitely coming out on a bigger road. Across the bridge. Across the bridge there. Across the bridge. That stuff crawling on me. Creepy crawlies. Places I can't reach. This now's as good a place as any to cross a 4-lane highway, huh? I'm assuming that's the AT up there. Yep. Back into my hole. And as always, once you cross the street, we gotta go up a mountain or a hill or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna get off here so I can grunt and groan up this hill. Yep. Look at that crap. Yeah. Starts every time you cross the road. You got this. The water sources here in the Shenandoahs are a joke. I Went past, I don't even know what it's called, West River Springs. But the damn water source is almost half a mile off trail. I ain't got time for that shit. Doing a 30 plus, I think 34, 35 is what I'm gonna end up doing. Funny enough, there were 2 backpacks just sitting there at the sign for the spring, the off trail to the spring, with a little piece of medical tape stating they went to the spring. I don't know, hopefully they took their food with them. But I can only assume those guys are either going to the campsite or the same shelter I'm heading towards. So next water source is almost 4 miles down trail. So I'm just gonna carry on. I finally started drinking out of my bottles. That's what they're there for, right? Yep, we're going uphill again, so I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to vent real quick about the lack of water in this freaking park. Yeah, we'll see you down trail. Finally made to the top of some random big ass no name mountain. I tell you what, that just went on forever. I was like, there's nothing at the top. I mean, it's not documented, no nothing. I guess that's one of the bad things about gut hooks is there's no, the mountains aren't named, or the peaks, the hills, whatever you want to call it. So unless there's like some kind of an overlook or a shelter or something else of noteworthiness with a name that you can associate, the mountains or the peaks themselves are not labeled. Kind of sucks because you get the locals out here talking about trails, or the day hikers talking about mountains, and it's like you got no clue what they're talking about. I had a lady see me on one mountain, and like 2 weeks later she was section hiking another part here in Virginia and ran across me at another shelter, and she was like, "Oh, I saw you on Mount so and so," and I'm like, "Did ya?" I'm like, I don't know, sorry, but yeah, oh well. So now it looks like we're gonna go down this mountain. I think we're about 4 miles away from the shelter. We should be much closer to that, to some, there's an enclosed, like a cabin, rental cabin down here somewhere that supposedly has a spring next to it as well. So I'm gonna try to refill my bottle and hydrate there. All the notes talk about the shelter I'm going to, the water's not so good. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if it's not flowing right. The lady I talked to up at the high top shelter was saying she'd heard rumors that it doesn't taste good. I don't know. Again, I don't know what that means. Yeah, so yep, basically I should be 2 hours or less away from where I'm gonna stay tonight. Hopefully, I think I'll be there before 9. I forgot to check what time it was. 9 o'clock is what I'd estimated. I think I'll get there before then, but it will definitely be after 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to be quiet so I don't disturb everyone who's most likely sleeping. And it's quite possible there's a bunch of people that I stayed with in Glasgow at the Stanimals there, Walmart, and the group he's hiking with may actually be at the shelter tonight, but we'll see. Like I said, by the time I get there, everyone theoretically is already going to be asleep, or at least in bed. So I don't know if I'll be able to tell who's there or not. But yeah, that's where we're at. If I get there by 2000, by 8, I won't have to use my lamp. But if it's gonna go anything past 20:30, 8:30, it's most likely I'm gonna have to break the lamp out. I think it's starting to get dark earlier, but we'll see. Okay, enough rambling. I'll see you guys down trail. Well, I'm about to wrap up 8 July on the final approach to Bearfence Mountain Hut, or shelter. Apparently they call them huts here in the Shenandoahs. So it's 2030, 34.87 miles, depending on what you want to believe. The post I passed said 0.1, it says 0.3 for the shelter. So either way, within the next few minutes I'll be at the shelter before 2100, although after 2000, so everyone, if there's anyone there, is most likely already in bed. But we'll see. I did not stop by the campground. Everything recommended stopping by the campground to get water, but there were just way too many people camping there. So I said, screw it, I have 1.5 liters, so I'm not going to cook dinner tonight. So that should get me at least started tomorrow to get to the first water source. So it looks like we're here. Privy up here. I have no idea. No idea if anyone's there or not. Like I said, if there's anyone there, they're probably already. Oops, sorry about that. Swapping hands. If there's anyone here, they're most likely already asleep, or at least laying in the shelter. So most likely I'll just turn this off as I come around the corner. If there's anyone in there, it is. There. Oh wow, I get the shelter to myself. Yeah, that's awesome. I think this will be the first time I've ever had a shelter by myself. Now, I suspect the two people that left their packs at the sign to go down to a spring are aiming to get here. We'll see. But since it's so late, I'm going to go check out the spring. I don't know, like they said, I don't know if they said, here we go. I'm assuming the spring's down here. I don't know if it's just flowing bad. They said some people were saying it tastes bad. Definitely just puddles. I'm not a fan of scooping water. But I guess if it comes down to it, I will. Like I said, I've got 1.5 liters of water, so, and since I'm not cooking dinner, it shouldn't be a problem. Bear pole. I don't know what's back up in there. Maybe tent sites. More where the spring is supposed to be flowing. Okay. So yeah, 8 July, Shenandoah's first 35-day mile. I think that's the longest day as far as distance goes since I've been out here. Let's not talk about how easy 30-mile days are in the Shenandoah. I don't believe that one bit. So we'll get the data and we'll put it up somewhere. I don't know if it'll be on the video or just on my daily Facebook post. But I'm getting into here and hit the rack. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. Out.